Greetings and salutations, viewers. Welcome to Book Expo America 2017. I'm here this time round with an author from Waldorf Publishing. Thank you for taking a moment to talk to us about your book. You are Catherine Powers, and
Yes.
you have written which book from Waldorf?
Actually, my husband and I, along with another writer, Jake Brown, wrote my husband's story. It's called The Spree of 83, and it was pretty much about his life as a musician and singer and songwriter, and working with people like Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson. And
All the classics.
all the classics, yes. Having the same mentor as Willie, Paul Buskert. So.
What sort of musician?
Well, he was known as a rhythm guitar player, and but he also played banjo. He could pretty much play any instrument that he wanted to, but like he said, he was a rhythm guitar player, is what he would refer to himself.
What was the process like for putting the book together?
Well, actually, Freddie had started working on the book before he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's. And, but of course, you know, he had gone through that part of depression, and he had kind of just stopped working on it. And it would have been kind of just forgotten. And then he had ended up in the hospital, and he had a pretty close call.
Yeesh.
And afterwards, we just kind of got to talking about the book again, and I was like, honey, you really should finish your story, and we should get this done. One is I wanted to make sure that I was going to be left with all of the history and would know everything. So we did. We sit down. He had lost his ability to write and everything, so he needed my help to work with him on it. So we ended up working together on the book, and we had completed it when he ended up in the hospital again.
Oh.
And that's when we had met Jake Brown, who had come to interview him about another book.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing we knew, we got the book finished, and now there's talking about, taking it into a movie, turning it into
That's great.
So it'll be called The Spree of 83, but it's basically all about Freddie's life as a musician. But a huge part of it is him and Merle Haggard living next door to each other on houseboats, being single.
There's got to be some good stories in there.
Yeah, well, matter of fact, Merle said that they both just got a divorce, and they were happy about it. So it's a lot about him and Merle, and then there's a lot in there about him and Willie Nelson. He actually knew Willie Nelson long before he had ever met Merle.
Huh.
But the first time he met Merle was in 1961, and Merle was playing bass for a gentleman by the name of Wynn Stewart. So at that time, Merle Haggard was not the Merle Haggard we ended up knowing of him today. So
very cool.
And Freddie was very instrumental in introducing Willie as well into the music business. And Freddie was one of the first ones to ever record a Willie Nelson song and get radio play for it.
That's pretty
That
cool.
was in like 1954.
Very nice.
Yeah. So it's a lot about that, and then it does bring it up to date with Freddie working with some of the new and younger acts, such as Big and Rich, and a young lady named Pauline Reese, and then his final project was a young lady by the name of Mary Sarah, and he had produced an album, assisted in producing an album of Mary Sarah doing duets with all of the top legends from Merle Haggard and Willie Nelson,
Oh, wow.
and Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. I mean, there's 13 of them all together on the album. It's called Bridges.
That must have been a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and actually when Freddie started the project, he was able to place the phone calls and talk to everyone, and then, of course, the Parkinson's.
It takes its toll.
It did, and so it ended up being me making the phone calls, and I guess my greatest one or fun one was calling Brenda Lee. And
How many people get to do that?
That was so cool, and I have her answer. I'm thinking, I'm going to get to Brenda Lee's people, and I'm going to, but no, Brenda Lee answered, and first off, I'm like, I'm talking to Brenda Lee. But it was great. She wasn't able to do the project with us, but we did have, like I said, Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker, Ronnie Millsap, the Oak Ridge Boys.
Nice.
There's a lot of them on there. So that was Freddie's final project. It was producing an album with Mary Sarah, who was on the Voice a couple of seasons ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yes.
And where can people find this book to purchase a copy?
Well, it actually hits the shelves worldwide in Barnes & Noble and Target on July the 1st. But it is, you can pre-order it now through Target as well as Amazon. So it's already in pre-order
Nice.
right now. Yes. And I've actually been touring, doing a little bit of touring, doing some book signings around.
That's always fun.
I just got back from Key West, where I
Not
had
too
like
shabby.
3 or 4 different book signings down there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
That's great.
I'm not used to actually being more in the front. I've always been behind Freddie and been the one taking the pictures with him, with the fans and stuff. And now it's been kind of tough because I feel like I'm taking his place, and I don't want to get emotional here on you, but I just feel like this came out, and I'm happy that it's out. But I wished it had been out before we lost him.
Understandable.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I know that he's in heaven right now, and he's enjoying what's going on, and I know that he and Merle are both excited about it.
I hope so.
Oh, I know it is. I know he and Merle are. I know Merle's giving some riff around about it, but he's like, Freddie, you didn't have to tell the whole story.
But readers want to know.
They want to know the whole story. So, but they were best friends. They loved each other dearly. Yeah, there's some stories in there about the wild days, and they were really, not bad. They were a little mischievous. Freddie said they were more like Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. But
very cool.
yes, yeah. And,
I hope all our viewers will go check it out and pre-order a copy. And by all means, post in the comments what you thought of the book after having read it, so we can continue the conversations. And we will see you all next time.
thank you.